misleading, so far. Amos?
How you doing, my good cousin?
You sure you was my cousin?
Amos Miller.
I guess all Millers related, eh? You was Auckland's Miller?
Grandson, and I'm saying, heaven, no. No. Now, alternative, let's just simply, let me ask you a question before I make the point, because I want the point to ring home. In 1971, 69 to 71, when the Bahamas Parliament was legislating bills to give away our natural resources, was the assembly carried live for Bahamian people to hear like we can hear now or see now? I think the answer for that is no. So I'm saying no to dope and yes to just how they could find it fast politically, and the last caller is totally correct. He is so correct. And listen to me, I smoke weed, and I'm telling you no. I want the...
Hold on. You the smoke dope, Amos?
Amos Jr. Miller, that's the only thing what kept me sane in the last 10 years because of what the Bahamian government was putting me through because of my fundamental rights and freedoms and my religious views.
So you selfish then?
Yes, and I don't want to be no member of parliament.
So Amos.
I want to be nothing in this country
Amos.
a sovereign citizen.
Amos.
Yes, sir.
You sound selfish.
Let me tell you why.
Let me explain what I mean. Let me explain what I mean. It helped.
Why should I say yes and the Bahamian people don't own no land?
All right, hold on.
I am not going to say yes for some foreigner who was sitting on our land from 1969. No, I say no. Give me the talk and the debate about the natural resources, the Act, number 5.
Amos.
Yes, I'm listening carefully.
You said.
Yes, I said.
Marijuana help you.
Yes.
But you don't want it to help nobody else.
Excuse me. You can't put words. Use a Miller and Isaac Miller.
So you said no to it. So.
I live in Willis Miller House, the president of the Auckland
As Uncle Reed talking about. Keep the family out.
And when the hall was open, it was 1971. So no one could talk to Amos.
All right, my brother.
Tell them to debate me. Don't try to go around the bush and give us dope instead of our natural resources like what Wesley Campbell and others and Amos labored for. They take an $810,000 property from me. You know.
Hold on. I won't go there. Well,
that's why I said no.
All right, sir.
Everybody reason different.
All right. Thank you very much.
Let's go back to the phone lines. I almost say you're on the revolution, but you're in a revolution, but you're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the same page?
Yes, on the same page.
Yes, Brother Francis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
The angels of heaven protects you, my friend, even when they think you're alone or they have to count when you show up in certain places. When they think they got to count, they was wrong.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to always be wrong. Now, I must bring this, and I will really appreciate if you give me an opportunity to express, because I'm not as academically, verbally inclined as some of them who, can make it much short. But I'll try to be as brief as I can. China got angry. I'm going to say it this way. China got angry with the world and the powers of the world and who they feel is their dominant trouble as relates to their economy and their Belt and Road and so forth. And because they don't want to they cannot get their way with America, they unleashed this, what we call a China plague on the world. And they have this Belt and Road and their economy still going on and still growing while we're dying. And so many in the world have died. We have Bahamas, where our economy is tied into tourism. We have on Paradise Island, one hotel is closed. Then we have the other one out west, owned by the Chinese. Okay, it's closed. But at the end of the day, who's responsible? Okay, the government must be held responsible when it comes to the provisions necessary to fight this so-called individual war. They desire for individual homes to battle, okay? They have to give mention of the Constitution, Article 29, okay, in regards to where they get their powers from. And because of that, Article 30 governs them and shows them why. Article 28, the Prime Minister never mentioned anything about, yet the courts are closed in some instances and some levels to certain people, like the hospital is off limit to certain people with other issues outside of COVID. And I'm saying to the Bahamian people today, if the Bahamas government can use our national airways this morning to talk about the legalization of marijuana, when for the last, I might as well say, 10 straight years, Amos Jr. Miller and the Bahamian people from time to time, and most of our time on national airwaves, were talking about this such major national issue as relates to the natural resources. I fought in 2010, leading right up to 2020, when the act then was made known to me thanks to the Spirit of the Lord. You understand? So Bahamas, what act I'm talking about? Act number 5 of 1971. You must read it. And when you read it, then I want you to go to chapter 6 of our Constitution so you can understand what is what. The information in the act of Act number 5 of 1971 is coinciding with who's the executive of our country. And I'm saying to the Bahamian people today, the war that is being fought, you just had the United States chairman said wars must stop so COVID could go away. So far as I'm concerned, the COVID is here because while we're not hearing the bombs, okay, diseases can be introduced into a country many ways. They don't just have to fire a shot and deliver that. They can just bring it and spread it through their people how we got it. As I'm concerned, if they can talk about the legalization of marijuana, then Amos Jr. Miller can talk about, or at least ask the question, why are we not having on a national level from the members of parliament, okay, the debate as relates to Act number 5 of 1971, because that's the reason why the Bahamian people are not allowed to.
Yeah, we tried to get as much as we can from Amos. Amos was he was using the thesaurus and also the dictionary to actually those. But Amos, thank you so much, my friend. We had to go because we're running out of time. Those of you who know and understand what time it is, we're in a movement now. This is not about a political party. You'll never find anywhere where a church gives birth to a revival. Mm-hmm. A revival gives birth to a church. Yes. You'll never find anywhere where a party gives birth to a revolution. A revolution gives birth to a party. This country has had no plan. Shelley Newbold, good day to you. This country has not had a plan, a visionary understanding. In the Punch today, Nikki Kelly, who I think is one of the better journalists in our country, is saying straight up, Dr. Minnis got rid of the national plan that was done under the Progressive Labour Party to now adopt a recovery plan. I don't even know what to say. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. But all I'm saying is, guys, I'm telling you guys, we are at a place where everybody have to come. Mm-hmm. We're in number 46 Pinedale. No matter where you are, Atlanteans, you guys please show up. We're going to win this fight for you. Yeah. 698-1046. That's the office number. 698-1047. We are winning this fight. The people who lead our country does not care about you. It takes a revolution to shift the Aragonite. It takes a revolution to shift our economy. It takes a revolution to shift our agricultural challenge. It takes a revolution to give us our culture back. We're going to win this country. Show up, call OSB office. We have people sitting waiting to hear from you. Yeah. We have people who are sitting waiting to talk to you. 698-1047. Call the office. Tell them you want to join the revolution. Yes. Tell them you become a part of the revolution. Yes. Tell them the revolution. I'm a revolutionary. Tell them. Shelley Newbold, good day. Call the office. Everybody, leave your number. Fill out the application. Let them know I am a part of the revolution. I'm a part of the movement. I need a young man was living in Ghana. He came out yesterday in the rain. He said, I was going back to Ghana with my family in West Africa. He said, after I heard and saw you, he said, I decided to move my entire family into the movement. Mm-hmm. He said, the revolution has started. Mm-hmm. I want to say the same thing to O'Brien in O'Brien Knowles. The revolution has started. And all these people who keep coming, they come in because they realize and understand that something is happening different that never happened before.
Yes.
This is pre-1967. This is a different time, a different day. I represent the revolution.
That's it. And on that note, persons, I just want to urge the Bahamian people: Are you tired of the lockdowns? People, we are hungry, no work, lack of employment, and just the fear of living, dealing with this invisible enemy. And Minister, we're going to urge you: please go home. Please go home, Dr. Minnis. Go home. Go home. Right now, we need the people of the Bahamas to join the revolution. 698-1046-1047. We are going to fight. We are going to be the change that we want to see. If you want to see change, join the revolution. 698-1046-1047. Also, we ask persons, please feel free to stop on by, even if you just want something to eat, or if you just want a hot meal, or if you just want a cup of tea. Come on down. You can walk on in. You can even bring donations, even if it's only a tin of tuna or a tin of corned beef. We always have something warm there.
Yes.
Come down to number 46 Pinedale. If you and your children, or if you and someone who is hungry, please feel free to walk into our doors at any time. There's always a hot meal, even if it's only a cup of tea and you want to sit down and just pray and go before God. You are always welcome. We are always there. Number 96. Come 46. Eat and eat. Eat the word of God, and also eat to feed your spirit man and your natural man.
We have baby formulas. We have some size 2, size 3 Pampers for anybody who need Pampers for their babies. Please give us a call, 544-8886, or you can call the office 698 1046, 1047. You need some Pampers for your babies, small babies, and we also have some formula that you can actually help to help you feed your baby at this time. Guys, we're out of time, and I want to say thank you again to April, to Steve, and Trevor, and to the team here at Peace Radio for affording us these opportunities to just share the word. Again, Operation Southern Bahamas, we're in the Tribune today, huge story, protest group, stop from marching to Parliament. We've been making the news. Sometimes you could do the news, or you could make the news. Our job is to ensure that the message gets out. Yes. We will not be stopped. Long live the revolution. I am the revolution. We out here, guys.
Contact. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has expanded its coronavirus guidance on what it means to be a close contact of someone who's been infected. In a move likely to impact schools, job sites, and group settings, the health agency updated its previous guidelines that said people are at higher risk of catching the deadly virus if they remain within 6 feet of an infected person for at least 15 minutes. The new definition for close contact suggests people are more vulnerable if they come within 6 feet of someone who tested positive for a cumulative total of 15 minutes or more over a 24-hour period. Oh, okay. I gotcha. So if you have a cumulative total of 15 minutes of interaction with a positive person, you're a close contact. That's crazy. That's wild. So 15 cumulative minutes. So that if it's not, I see what they're saying. So they're saying if you're like, well, I was by a COVID positive person, it was 3 minutes that time, and then we were by the water cooler, and it was 6 minutes that time, and then I was at the desk, and it was another 6 minutes, and then you're a close contact. I gotcha. Well, then the reporters would be okay. Because it was under 15 minutes, and they didn't go back. But the cabinet ministers, yeah, that's a problem. All right, let's go to phone line real quick. Good afternoon. Welcome to the revolution.
How How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How's it going?
Man, super. You're a super guy. I'm happy. I finally being able to get in to speak to you. And first, I want to offer my condolences on the passing of your mom.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, that it had me down for a while until I could get that point to you, because you're a very good, great Bahamian. And I know she was proud of you when she was alive, and the Bahamian people are proud of you now. And I'm sure you're not going to give us any reason to not continue to be proud of you in regard to her, okay? And so may her beautiful soul continue to rest in paradise.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Tourism, they say, in the Bahamas is dead. I don't think so. But tourism will take a while before it come back. That I agree with, okay? 100%. Now, the thing what we're dealing with is, no matter how long it takes for the Prime Minister to decide that the continuation of the proclamation of emergency as it relates to Chapter 3, Article 29, okay, is over. It's done, okay? You cannot, in other words, he should not, he must not be allowed to continue, because he cannot be higher than the Constitution, and his policy cannot trump the Constitution. And I said that to say this. You see, if he's giving provisions to the Bahamian people, it's his call. He closed the economy. I don't think he comprehends what an economy really is, and what the Bahamian economy really is to that small business. And if Atlantis is considered a small business, then God help my little so-called business, okay? God help me, the one who started it.
Why would Atlantis be considered a small business?
Give away the license like it's water. But that's not here or there. I'm saying, yes, it's going to take a while for tourism to come back. So when are we going to have, then, the real conversation like the Revolution hosts have and others? Because if you don't want to throw the blame on him and say he caused it, then the callers who called the Revolution show, we caused it. We were the ones and him allowing us to raise the issues, okay, as it relates to the natural resources and who's benefiting from it, how long they were benefiting from it, and how many members of parliament, cabinet ministers we have had in 47 years who are allowed this egregious atrocity. That's what this is. This is an atrocity. How many Bahamian people lost their life?
Okay. Thanks for the condolences, Amos, but, we got to keep it tight nevertheless. I got a question for you. Riddle me this. So you have to lock down on Saturday and Sunday from Friday at 7 p.m. till Monday at 5 a.m., yes? And you can do nothing, right? Except go to church for 1 hour. So you can go to church for 1 hour during the lockdown. But you cannot have a funeral in a church during the week. Not even for 1 hour. So, unless something changes by November 1st, I'm going to have to figure out which 10 members of my family can stand around a closed casket over an open grave and bury my mother, and I can't go in the church and give her a funeral in St. Agnes Church, which was her dying wish, but people can go in a church during the lockdown on Saturday and Sunday. Not 10, any amount. But I can't have a funeral for my mother in a church during the week. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. So you can go to church for recreational worship on Saturday and Sunday during the lockdown when no one else can move. There's no food store open, nothing. But you cannot go into a church to give a funeral to your loved ones during the week. Because why? Because y'all had to rush out at y'all funeral for your friend? So none of us can bury our loved ones in a church now? But you can go to church on the weekend. So I can't, if I'm out of my house on the weekend, for any other reason, what are the hours, 7 to 1 or 7 to 5? For any other reason than to go to church, if I'm not doing an essential job, I'm arrested. Right? But if I go in a church during the week for a funeral, it's a problem. Perfect sense. It all makes. Drive a dagger further through the heart of people who are grieving, and you know what their response will be? Like, if this gets their attention, then they'll stop the church on the weekend just to say instead. But no. I can't bury my mother in a church during the week, but y'all can go to church on the weekend, and nothing else you can do. But the church is okay for 1 hour during the week. This place is insane. It's insane here. Good afternoon. Welcome to the revolution. Contact.
I have a Chinese, not a friend, but a Chinese acquaintance. They run a restaurant and a bar operation at Charles Winton Street and Corder Avenue. I have never found out the name of the young Chinese man who operates it. But he and I are extremely friendly nowadays, and we talk almost every day. So the Chinese people per se are not bad people. But the leadership in China are cutthroats. Once you are elected to the Politburo, you are a leader for life, and you live high on the hog. You're not like the ordinary Chinese eating, well, of course, all Chinese eat noodles. They love up a pork. But in China, it is a dictatorship. If the Chinese government don't like your habits or your practices, they will put you in what they call re-education camps. You are forced into a camp to be taught the principles of the Chinese party. Now China says that they have reopened all of their cities and that they are now going full steam ahead. Whereas the rest of the Western world, including the United States of America, I won't even talk about the Bahamas, where our knuckleheaded politicians, especially those who are in government, do not know what the hell they are doing. Then they say you are anti-FNM. No. I am a Bahamian. And I want the Bahamas to succeed. Because if the Bahamas succeeds, I succeed. The Bahamas goes south. I will not go south with you all, but certainly it will make it more difficult for me to achieve what I need to achieve by early next year. I want at least $250,000 cash in the bank by next year, March or April, if the Lord continues to tarry and if he continues to spare my life. It's a serious, it's no joke, you know. The PLP, for once in its life, has suggested a public policy initiative that Dr. Minister ain't pay. He say he want people to suggest things to him, but Dr. Minister is not the individual or sort of person to listen to nobody. Dr. Minister knows everything. All Dr. Minister ever did was to deliver 5,500 babies. And that's all he did. I mean, of course, he's a successful businessman. I want to say a special afternoon to his father, Mr. Minister at Minister Service Station on Market Street and Peter Street. A great family. But they don't know what, the Prime Minister and his cabinet do not know what the hell they are doing. And I noticed that Dr. Dylan Brennan, just give me a second, has abandoned ship and gone to America. Call on the line.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, but I'm scared for y'all.
Good afternoon. Yes, well, you know, the plague came from China, and what
How
is...
come you call me every day? You ain't got nothing to do with it.
no, we locked down.
Oh.
So you don't make the cheaper. You stay home. It's
No, I don't mind. I'm only curious.
because it's not a curfew. Don't mean we shouldn't stay home. Now, when there is a time for the curfew, when the curfew time come, like tomorrow, it's coming around again. Bahamian people were waiting for 22. Today make 22 days for their provisions for the last lockdown. So I am hoping the cabinet, no matter where they is and how sick they are, they make sure people get what is due to them so they can stay home.
What is due to them?
What is due to the Bahamian people?
Yeah.
Well, let every man speak for himself because some people
I
have one
asked you.
child.
No, you said that they're not
The
giving.
Bahamian people deserve
What?
to benefit from this country's resources. We are rich in resources.
How do we benefit if everybody dropping down dead like flies?
How do we benefit? We don't benefit. I didn't tell you we benefit from it.
But you said they should.
I said this. If you asking me, how can we benefit from it? I can answer that.
No, you said that we should benefit. How should we benefit? Answer that.
Okay, how should we benefit? Very simple.
Yes, sir.
The media. See, President Trump, I really called to talk about President Trump, so give me a minute and don't just run me off the phone. But I'll be brief. 'Cause
My name is,
I
you
ain't
know
talking.
I don't like with you.
Yeah.
All of them other talk show hosts run you.
I
don't ever run you.
Anytime you see a radio station afraid to have a lawyer on their show, they are hiding something. Global have nothing.
Are you a lawyer?
Global 99.5 have nothing to hide because they got you.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm not a lawyer.
Oh.
I am a sovereign. That's higher than a lawyer. You can't. I would never step down from being a Bahamian-born citizen with two parents who born here. Okay? I would never step down.
What are Bahamians entitled to that they're not getting?
They're not getting treated fairly with respect.
By who?
By the government, by our legislators.
By Dr. Minister?
Our cabinet,
by
our
Dr.
competent
Minister?
authority. By our prime minister, who is also the competent authority.
Okay.
By all members in our cabinet. They have disrespected the Bahamian people. I know why.
So what are we
they
going
have
to do?
sided with China.
What are we going to do?
We're gonna first. Okay, what we're gonna do because I know they have sided with China. I'm gonna side with President Trump. Okay, so when they wonder why Amos Jr. Miller siding with President Trump, because when I analyze the state of affairs in our Bahamas as it relates to tourism, if I do not choose President Trump, listen to me, America would be owned by the Chinese. And listen to me, if people like you announce on your show...
Are you suggesting that Joe Biden is a Chinese puppet?
Please don't put words in my mouth. If you want to call him a puppet, I'm
never put
mad enough to call him whatever I wish.
I have never put nothing in your mouth before, and I don't propose to put nothing in my mouth.
If you listen to me, you know and I know, he is what he didn't do in 47 years. Another white man just like him did for black people. Let me put it better than that. In 47 years, what white and black Democrat presidents didn't do for black people in America, another white president came and did in 3 years. And listen to me, I thank God the day when I decided to come on Bahamian radio and tell the Bahamian government where to tell China, drop off, fall off, get away, stay away, never come back, you're banned. See, I is a different type of leader, and I lead from within.
Are you a leader? You're offering for politics next election?
No, sir. Don't mind me talking about no politics and membership. I am a sovereign. You understand?
What's that? What's a sovereign?
Pardon?
What is a sovereign?
A sovereign is the person what owns the thing, the country. That's you. That's me. Not me alone now. Hold on now. Let me check myself. Let me check myself because I am above the Bahamian people. I am a part of the Bahamian people, and the Bahamian people who desire to benefit from the natural resources have to vote for it. That's how valuable our vote was 47 years ago. When they spoke about in the House of Assembly about the act, when they legislated and brought it into being, Act number 5 of 1971, we couldn't watch Parliament back then. We couldn't hear what was going on in Parliament. And furthermore, the majority of black people lived on the Family Islands, and they had radio. If they wanted to, they could have put it on ZNS. ZNS was around.
The majority of people didn't live in the Family Islands. The majority of people of always, since independence, live here in New Providence.
No, sir.
Okay.
Check your record.
What's your time?
Check your record. Check your record. In 1973, when I was sent to Auckland, okay? Auckland's Pinefield alone had hundreds of people.
Yeah, how many hundreds?
Well, that's how it feels to me, like hundreds, because I was small then. But either way, Alfred Virginius Cornelius Gray, former minister of in the PLP government.
Alfred,
okay?
what's his name? Virginius?
Yeah, my uncle, my mother, brother. Okay.
Yeah.
His wife, my grandfather's house was next to his wife's house.
Big time family.
Pardon?
You was in big time family.
And suffering like this, I'm sorry I didn't mention it.
And what now you suffering when the PLP were in power?
No. Anyone who stand up...
You had two big flatbed trucks.
I will suffer
and
yesterday.
You had some big speakers on the trucks.
I will suffer yesterday. I keep telling you when you make that statement.
Then afterwards you go on with...
No. I told you when you make that statement, when a person in this country stand up for the poor and the needy, you're lending to Almighty Yahweh Elohim. I don't want them get mistaken and think Amos' suffering is in vain. That's why the Bahamian people are demanding.
Oh, you suffering.
Anytime you start a business and a government corrupt men and women who corrupt, if they were decent, you wouldn't even mind. Because you know if they shut your economy down,
what do they do to you?
Shut my business down. If you shut my business down, you just put a rope around my neck and hang me just like they hang Christ from a tree.
Are you Christ?
Now, pardon?
Are you Christ?
Listen to me. Christ will own mouth say in the future, people like Amos is going to do greater things. Because you know what the greater things we're going to do? Acknowledge that Christ lived. He was a black man who they hang for the truth.
Christ was a black man?
He was the light of the world too.
How you know Christ was a black man?
He came from the lineage of David. David, King David, and his son Solomon. Solomon told everybody, told the beautiful ladies, please don't stay away because I'm black. If a white man cannot bring a black child, so don't even let's go there.
How did Jesus Christ come out to be a Negro like you?
How did Jesus Christ come out to be a Negro? You make me laugh, you know. Thank you for making me laugh. I needed that little bit of happy endorphins to be let out in the atmosphere.
Okay.
Now, I close in with this last point.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump, no matter what, I know me talking about the natural resources in my country can't be good news for you. But no matter what I'm saying as relates to natural resources, it's not that everybody...
Donald Trump just now you're back to natural resources. What are you talking about?
Wait. I'm talking to Mr. Trump now. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay.
I know you're hearing Amos in the Bahamas speak about the natural resources. America is tied. It has connections in that. It's not a pleasant thing to hear in your ears, sir. But let me tell you, 80%, if you take control, all right? Let's just say you want to take control. The Bahamian people want to say, take control and be our security, all right? From our natural resources.
You got to wrap up, man. You got to wrap up.
Okay, 20% of the natural resources you give to the Bahamian people and let them benefit. You see, the problem is the Bahamian people are going to take the money and go spend it with China, and if that's the case, I'd rather them put hotels on every island and forget about the natural resources talk. Let's just work, because I don't want China around me and my children no more ever in eternity. Good day.
Talk to you later. Talk to me. Call me early tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Amos Jr. Miller, a good friend. Hey, our producer, I believe we're going to have to go to a short commercial break. Arthur Lace Bodie Jr. This is Global Radio 99.5 FM. You can tune in to us, 99.5 FM, Global
if you'd
Radio.
Like to make
Call us at 326-0271, 326-0272. My producer today is Alexandro, parliamentarian, the Foxville Correctional Center or constituency, Eltavius Alexandria Johnson. Very much.